Okay. Now let us take the topic of areas. Something which we perceive with our eyes, and when you see a shape like this one, it appears real. But is this shape fully rational, or is it fully transcendental? Is it fully something which is real, can have both what is called uh, a body and its shadow. This body, it's tangible, but the shadow what it falls depends upon something, not just the body but also the source of light and also the plane on which it falls. If you take any football ground for example, you can see the area of the field divides itself into the place where the players play and the place where the spectators stand out and express their happiness and sadness or the opinions about the nature of the play. For the players, it is more about practice. They try to display their level of practice. But for a spectator, it doesn't require that. All he needs is the kind of reaction to what the player does. A player cannot become a spectator and just stand out and see, because he has practiced a lot and it's very difficult for him to stand outside of the ground and see. Similarly, a spectator without any practice cannot go and stand inside the ground and play. So you can see a clash of two things, and things have to be in their place. A spectator has to be a spectator and the player has to be a player. Now this kind of a duality, division of the area, brings us to what is called a symbol called the seed of life. So let's take this one circle as one. Okay, so you might ask, what is this one? See, for some person who is standing in a room at the center of the room, he might think he is at the center. So this room might be the boundary. Now standing inside the room doesn't mean that he has to think the boundary as the room itself. He can think his locality as the boundary, or he can think his district or the region as the boundary. He can even think his state as the boundary. He can even think his country as the boundary, or he can even think this world as the boundary, or he can even think the solar system as the boundary, and as you can keep on going on. But what is the center first of all, and what is this boundary? If it is a logical breakup where you stand and how you perceive, this distance is a imagined one. So the so-called radius or the distance between the center and the boundary is an imagined one. Still, one is fixed, and if you have a stick with two ends, one end you fix, the other end you are free to move. So you end up in the so-called the shape of the circle. If we call this particular entity where one end is fixed, other end is free, as one, you end up in different kinds of relationships. For example, you can divide this whole circle into two halves. See, each is looking like the yin yang breakup. So you take the two half like this way. Like that, you can have 7 such circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So 7 holes are the 7 days of the week, or the 7 days of creation. Now if you move on, you can do the same thing as for this. You can divide the circle into a sixth, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, another 1 by 6, another 1 by 6, another 1 by 6, and then another 1 by 6. See, you can able to divide the circle into 6 parts by this shape. This shape actually acts as a 1 by 6. Now you can even keep this 1 by 6 here. See, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6. So here, just as you can see, there are 6 circles surrounding this one thing. You can even see that there are 6 different divisions, like a flower or a 1 by 6. So this is a real shape. But what is this one? The circle, so called one, they call it transcendental. So something which is real need not be rational. So why does this whole thing become not? Why there is no rational? We will go to that one. So you can see that if you kept this flower this way, this is one circle and this is yet another circle, one within. So what is this area outside? This area, right? This area. This is what is called the cause of irrationality. This particular shape, it appears like a curved object, but it is actually two equilateral triangles. How? I'll explain how. Take this first shape. Now try to break the shape into two halves, right? And then the remaining cut pieces, you just keep it on this here, another piece here. So you are able to prove that this is how we have got this total pieces together. Now how this is a triangle? Now you can see an equilateral triangle here, two equilateral triangles. It's like the symbol of the hourglass. So I have called this one just unity for radius or the same, the distance between the center and the boundary. See, for example, if you take the shape, this is the distance between the center and the boundary, and this is same distance between the center and the boundary. Everywhere it's the same. Now we already proved that all these four pieces together form this one. Now we have to fit this inside this triangle. So you take this one piece here, take another piece here, and fit the remaining bits here. Right? So you are able to make this shape is nothing but two triangles, two equilateral triangles. Now what's an equilateral triangle? So if you have one on either side, so the angle would be 60 degrees on all the sides. So if this is 1 by 2, this will be root 3 by 2 to adding together to make the 1 on the hypotenuse. So if this height is root 3 by 2, two such heights would be root 3. Now what is this root 3? Root 3 is actually a peculiar shape because if you take one unit on one side and you try to draw something perpendicular, and if you try to make two such units, okay, this is 1, totally making a distance of 2. See, 1 here, and then 2 this side. So this is 1 here. So 2 squared is, as per Pythagoras theorem, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So 1 squared plus whatever this is equal to 2 squared, which is 4. 1 squared is 1. 1 plus 4 minus 1. So what is this? 4 minus 1 is 3. So this, whatever this question mark is, root of 3. In one side you can see unity, in another side there you can see duality. Now what is the root of trinity? You can think this way. I have a ladder beside a wall whose length is 2. I am standing at a distance 1 foot away. Say this is 1 foot and the ladder is 2 foot. And you are saying that the distance between the wall where the ladder meets and the floor, this point, this is not rational. So you know this is 1 is rational, 2 is rational, but the distance between these two are, you have duality and unity connected in one way. Think of this hand, right? You are having two sides. You know that you cannot just take the forehand and backhand separately, because one hand has two sides. Two sides are front and back, and they are connected. So you are saying that this one hand is connected to the two sides, front, back, but they are separated as well, right? In a way, how can the front side of the hand alone be the whole hand, or how can the back side of the hand alone be the full hand? Which means there is a disconnect between the front and the back and the whole hand. So that which is connected in one way and separated in another, and it's how it is separated is the root of trinity. So this actually is one of the peculiar things. Here you can see that in this flower of life there are actually 24 different areas. How? See, if you take this one shape, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And the gap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? That's 6 plus 6, 12. Similarly, if you take this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another 12. 12 plus 7, 24 areas. So you can think of this 24 as one way and this 7 as another way. But are there totally 7? If you add all these areas together, how much will it be? At the max, it can go up to this, right? If this is 1 radius, this is 2 radius. If you double the radius, the area will become 4 times. So at the max, this whole circle cannot be, all these things put together cannot be 4 times the area of this one. So already we proved that this is 1, right? So you all remaining, if you take, this is another circle, 2, right? You put everything, all these things together, you have 2 circles. So what is the remaining area? At the maximum it can be 4 such circles, right? So if this whole thing can be written as total is 4. You already is greater than 2 plus, what is this area? This is already got 2 circles. So you will take the remaining area of these root 3 by 2 pi, another root 3 by 2 pi, another root 3 by 2 pi, another root 3 by 2 pi, root 3 by 2 pi, and then another root 3 by 2 pi. So which means this all this area put together cannot be more than 6 times root 3 by 2 pi. So 4 minus 2 is 2 is greater than this 6 is become 3. So two by 3 is greater than root 3 by pi. Now let us take a closer look at the divisions of the areas. So since a triangle is root 3 by 4 a squared and the area of circle is pi r squared, if you divide a triangle with respect to a circle, we originally defined the circle, this one circle as 1/2 plus 1/2 as 1. So if the circle is 1, so the triangle has to be root 3 by 4 pi. And we already proved that this particular shape is a nothing but a hourglass, right? How you already saw that this is a hourglass. You took this area outside and put it here, and take this area and put it here, so that you get two equilateral triangles. So this is actually root 3 by 2 pi. This is one of the highly irrational things, which means that to the eyes it's real, but still you cannot exactly quantify with respect to some a by b or some kind of a ratio. It's very hard. But this is one of the things of philosophical study. If you take Adi Shankara's Saundarya Lahari, where he has actually expounded 43 triangles made up of the 9 basic triangles which separate a center and a boundary. It's a very good technical work to be meditated upon, because if you see you have two different shapes here. See, this particular is a concave triangle. This is a total equilateral triangle. It's a Euclidean because it's a straight line. Now if you see, there are two different triangles. One is a convex and another is a concave. Here this area is more than this one and more than this one. This area is less than both the equilateral triangle and the convex triangle. But if you add this area and this area, so they are 1 by 2 and 1 by 2 goes away. So it's plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, it's 0. Okay. If you subtract this 1 by 2, you end up in root 3 by 2 pi. So you add these two and half it, you will get the equilateral triangle. So the equilateral triangle is nothing but the sum of the concave and the convex triangles put together and the average of it, which is by 2. Half of it is the equilateral triangle. Now we saw 1 by 2, right? This is 1 by 2. You can even get a 1 by 3. How? See, 1 by 3 is nothing but 2 1 by 6s. See, in this shape, here you can see that you can make this of 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 6, all these things 1 by 6, right? You made a full circle. Now you take two 1 by 6s together. you end up in 1 by 3 here. See, this is a 1 by 6, this is another 1 by 6. Together if you add, you end up in 1 by 3. Now if this is 1 by 6 and this total is root 3 by pi, right? This is root 3 by 2 pi and this is 1 by 6. If you take away this one, you try to get this shape. This shape is nothing but root 3 by 2 pi minus 1 by 6. You are able to get this area. Now what would be this area? This total is 1 by 3, right? Total is 1 by 3. Of this 1 by 3, you take away these two equilateral triangles out, right? You end up in this particular area. This is nothing but 1 by 3 minus root 3 by 2 pi. Thus, you can see that in all these numbers, all these shapes, certain things like this is 1 by 3, this is 1 by 2, right? This is 1 by 2 shape there. And you can see that this 1 by 2 is made up of 3 such this lenses and 3 such this areas. You can even further divide this thing into another. You can put a small lens here, you can put another small lens here, you can put another small lens here. So it's basically 6 such this shapes plus 3 such concave triangles put together make 1 by 2. Now the question is whether this area is bigger or this area is bigger. You are able to see, right? With your eyes, you think that they are almost close, and sometimes this area appears bigger than this one, but actually it is not. If you see, this will be around 9 times and this will be around 8 times something. If you try to find the ratio between these two, this area is bigger than this area. But with your eyes, if you see, you seem to think that there is more area here, right? No, that's not the case. This is only 8 and this is only around 9 times. Again, I am saying that you are having an irrational quantities of root 3 pi here. So though you cannot go exactly, but still it's far bigger. This is far bigger. This is around 9 times and this is only 8 times. Now if you add these two, 9 and 8, it will be 17. And then if you add another 9, which would be, this is 9 roughly and this is 8 roughly. So you can add this shape and this shape together, right? So this would be around 17 and this would be around 26. Sorry, this would be around 26. This 1 by 6, right? This is 26. And this would be 35. These are like the 26 letters, and 17, you know, I would have seen my previous videos where I explained how it's like a 4x4 sum where 9 and 8 put together. This, if you see the symbol of flower of life, these triangles, right, this lenses and this concave triangles just keep on repeating. There are only two smallest such shapes, 8, 9, 8, 9. Within, if you take any 8, it is surrounded by 3 9s. If you take any 9, it is surrounded by 8s. That's how the relationship between the 8 and 9 goes. You cannot reduce this one or this one. You have to add these two. Something can be added, but if you cannot actually try to subtract one from another. If you try to subtract this one, it will become more irrational, but if you try to add this one, it becomes more rational. Sometimes addition or synthesizing things takes us to the rationality, and this is one of the good ways of understanding areas of seed of life. So why it's called the seed of life? Because something which is real and something which tries to add up, we found that this whole areas, by looking at this shape, wouldn't have thought that it could be half of this whole circle, right? That's how it's just by looking at this area you cannot think that it is 1/6 of a circle, but we have proved it like all these ratios with respect to the whole circle. So synthesizing things and understanding irrationality or the root of trinity is one of the areas to progress and make the mind more peaceful and calm. Thank you.